Hey everybody, and welcome to Ask M&R Productions episode 162, the series where I answer your questions. If you have a question LEGO related or M&R Productions related or anything else that you want to hear my opinion on, leave it down in the comments section below and there's a chance I'll pick it for next week's episode. If you guys enjoy, of course, a like is always greatly appreciated. And let's jump on into it with our first question from Core Folo. He says, do you think the Lord of the Rings theme could come back like the Harry Potter theme? It has 174 likes, so I figured I'd answer it even though I'm pretty sure I've answered this before. And I'll also kind of lump in Indiana Jones with this because I've seen a lot of people ask about Indiana Jones as well in the past, and I don't see any reason why not, is like the general answer to this. Matthew Ashton, who works for LEGO, I don't remember exactly what he does, but he does something and he would know, or at least be able to give you a hint to, although he wouldn't give you an actual answer because he probably can't, said that basically if Indy, being Indiana Jones, goes on more adventures, then there's a possibility we could see more sets. Of course, we know that's happening. They're making more Indiana Jones movies, or at least one more, I think. And then specifically with Lord of the Rings, I believe there's going to be a show on Amazon. I'm not too in the know on these things, but I think I've got the general gist of it there. So I don't see any reason why there couldn't be more things from those themes, specifically because Harry Potter came back and it didn't, well, I guess it had the Fantastic Beasts thing, but that turned out it wasn't really what Harry Potter needed. Just Harry Potter being Harry Potter has been good for Harry Potter, and so I don't see why these things with new media behind them wouldn't come back either. Glamrock Bond says, do you think we'll get a WandaVision house set? I really want to watch a show. I just need to watch the movies like Age of Ultron that I haven't watched. Apparently I need some backstory, but I hope they make sets based off that show. It seems like it's good on the level of The Mandalorian in a way. It has a lot of that buzz that I remember seeing with The Mandalorian, and obviously I know The Mandalorian really well and Star Wars really well versus WandaVision and that whole subsection of stuff I just don't know very well at all. But given how many people seem to be really, really into it and that it's a Disney Plus thing, I really hope that LEGO comes in and capitalizes on that and makes something based off of it, because it does seem like a really neat show that deserves some LEGO representation. Lucas Monster says, do you watch any Black Series YouTubers? If so, who are your favorite? I have very specifically gone out of my way to not watch any other action figure-y YouTube channels ever since I decided I was going to, I didn't watch them before, I guess, because I wasn't into it, but ever since I decided to start the M&R Collects channel, I decided I didn't want to watch any others, mostly because I don't want to end up copying them. I just want to do videos the way I want to do them. I don't want to find myself in that rut where I find myself watching other people. I'm oh, I want to do it exactly like that. And I just want to stay in my lane, out of the way, and make videos about things that I like collecting. And the channel is doing exceptionally, way better than I had expected. I think it already hit 5,000 subscribers, so if you're not over there already, you should probably be on that M&R Collects bandwagon. A lot of people seem to have really enjoyed the first video, and obviously I don't have a clue what I'm talking about for the most part. I just started collecting action figures 2 months ago, and prior to that I thought action figures were stupid. I still kind of do, but I like the box and I like the idea of them and collecting all the cool stuff. I don't know, man. So don't go over there expecting professional, in-depth, I know what I'm talking about type of reviews. It's going to be very surface level, and if you want to call it a review, you can. It's more of a impressions type of thing. But yeah, I'm having fun with it, and that's what I wanted out of it. So yeah, I'm very, very pleased with how that is going. Jeff Jr. has a good one. He says, what are your thoughts on StockX selling LEGO sets? Does this ruin the market by creating new LEGO resellers? Just wondering your thoughts about this. I don't think it ruins the market. It does kind of legitimize LEGO collecting to a degree. It makes it this kind of hype beast style thing. Not quite on that level, but it does give some credence that LEGO investing is a thing and that people buy LEGO and sell it. That's just a thing you have to deal with. When you collect something that's popular, there are also going to be people that come in that want to capitalize on that popularity, and that's just the way of life, unfortunately. It's capitalism, right? So I don't think that StockX selling LEGO sets is necessarily a bad thing. In my opinion, it's just another place that people you can already buy and sell LEGO sets in dozens of third-party online markets. I just don't see how StockX specifically ruins the market. It does probably put more eyeballs on it that weren't previously thinking about it as a way to make money, but I don't think in general it's going to be a huge change that you're going to see year over year, where last year they didn't have it and this year they do have it, where now oh, you're not going to be able to get that set on release. It's still going to be the same. It's still going to be tough because LEGO doesn't produce enough type of thing, not because there's too many people scalping it type of thing. Rocket Brick says, how do you feel about the new land rule about not being allowed to share rumors or information besides the set numbers about LEGO sets until they are officially revealed? Also, do you think this will help or hurt LEGO in the long run? I think this hurts LEGO. I do. I think that rumors and speculation and all these types of things are really beneficial to building hype towards a new product. Like if you just look at videos on my channel, when I make a video talking about rumors, it does really, really, really well, and people get really excited, or in some cases, I guess, really upset in the comments, depending on what the rumors are. But for the most part, they do really help build hype for a brand, and LEGO trying to clamp down on this from a creator perspective, I don't think is good. Now, obviously, if they're within their own company walls trying to clamp down on it, that's fine. Something like this is something that makes me not want to be a part of the LEGO Ambassador Network, because these rules are very specifically only able to be attached to those within the LEGO Ambassador Network. So basically anyone outside of that, it doesn't matter, because it's just rumors and speculation. Like you can't copyright an idea or spoken word in that way. Like it just isn't how it works. So there's no worry about that. There will still be content about that on YouTube. It just may not come from your favorite land member. I disagree with some of their rules and whatnot, and like I said, this may very well lead to me no longer being part of the Ambassador Network in the not-so-distant future, but we shall see. And I don't know this for sure, but maybe you guys can certainly help me in the comments below better understand this, but I believe Hasbro has a very different point of view on this type of thing with their whole Black Series and everything. Like, apparently there's just freaking always rumors about that kind of stuff, true and false, much like with LEGO, of course. You never know which rumors are true, which rumors are false. They're rumors at the end of the day. But Hasbro basically, you know, sees it as a necessary evil, if you will, where like it sucks for them because they want to like reveal the product or whatever, but it's obviously difficult to control a company with X amount of employees and X amount of retailers, and this stuff just creeps out no matter what you do. You're never gonna stop the leaks or the rumors or the speculation. So this is the all-important one I'm sure a lot of you guys want to know the answer to. Dozens of people asked this, but this is the one that I just happened to pick from Fisto Friday. He says that because of the incident with Gina, do you think that she will still be in the transport set coming out, or could she be replaced with the Mythrol? So for your question, I think you've got a little bit something mixed up with the rumor. First off, the rumor is not that she will be in the transport, it's that she will be in Moff Gideon's cruiser, and so obviously the Mythrol would not be replacing her in Moff Gideon's cruiser. Plus the Mythrol would be something that would be planned out farther in advance, I would wager, because it would require probably a new mold for the head, so that wouldn't, like, they would come in and replace it with either something they're already going to make or something that they've made in the past. So here's my best guess for what's going to happen with this, given the rumored figure selection for Moff Gideon's cruiser is the Mandalorian, the Baby Yoda, Fennec, Moff Gideon, and then you also have a mystery figure, and then of course we did have previously Cara Dune, although it's possible that the figure is going to get canned from the set. She would be figure 5 out of 6 basically, because we don't know what the 6th figure is, given that it's either probably a Dark Trooper or Luke Skywalker, but we're just not sure at this point. I would say that it's very likely she gets removed from the set. I don't know who they would replace her with. I think that if the other figure is already going to be a Dark Trooper, it wouldn't be a bad idea for them to come in and give you a second Dark Trooper. Plus, I also think it would be a great thing if they gave you Luke Skywalker anyway. I would really like to see the figure selection expanded in that set to be 2 Dark Troopers with Luke Skywalker as well anyway, but that does seem unlikely. I don't see them bringing Cara Dune into the set because Black Series very specifically has gone in and canceled their upcoming Black Series re-releases of Cara Dune already, plus like the vintage collection Cara Dune, like all of that stuff got canceled apparently, so I don't see why LEGO wouldn't follow suit and cancel their figure of her that was gonna be in a set. As far as the existing Cara Dune, I don't think that that's gonna change. The one that's already in the ATST Raider, I don't think LEGO's going to either pull the figure from the set or quickly retire the set early. I think that set's going to run its course, which probably wasn't going to be too much longer anyway. It might have retired middle of this year anyway. So I wouldn't expect to see a major change or something just drastic happen there. I would just say for the summer wave, it is possible that that changes, in my opinion, very likely. Now, as for the value of the figure, which I think a lot of people also want to know about, is it like a good investment? I personally, you know, I would have invested in it already if I thought it was a good investment. I don't think it is, because Cara Dune is a character, and maybe I'm completely wrong in this, as a character, forget about whatever else is happening outside of the Star Wars universe, actual Star Wars. I didn't like her character very much. I don't think a lot of people like loved the character of Cara Dune, so from like a character standpoint, I don't mind her missing at this point, but like she's been in a set for 1.5 years now in the ATST Raider that has been consistently available and consistently on sale for $10 off down to $40. So I just don't see why the figure would just skyrocket in value, although I have heard that obviously from the like short-term demand of people trying to buy it up, like because they think it's going to go up in value, it's gone up in value, but I don't think that's going to last long-term. Like I don't think we're going to have a $100 figure 6 months from now or 6 years from now. Maybe I'm completely off base with this, and very likely I will be, but that's just the way that I see it. So let me know your thoughts on that one in the comment below, and try not to go crazy with it because I know it's a touchy subject right now. I just took a dinner break in the middle of filming this. That was great. Cookie, speaking of dinner, Cookie Gang, I got dessert now. Cookie Gaming says, how much does it cost to buy every 2021 LEGO Star Wars set? So this includes everything that's rumored all the way through the end of the year, minus the video game, although I guess you can add the video game yourself, but it's about $2,200. That's how much every Star Wars set at retail price would cost if you wanted to buy them all this year, again, at retail price. So that's what you're looking at, unless there's some mystery ones that come out, but I don't think so, but you know, who knows? Quite an expensive year, not abnormally expensive though. Usually it is in this price range for LEGO Star Wars in any given year, but obviously everything isn't for everyone, and you probably won't be like me and buy all of the sets or get all of the sets. Like I would have bought them anyway if I didn't get them from Land for the most part. Per Daniel has a chance to be on LEGO Masters. He says, hi, I'm from Norway and we will soon get LEGO Masters Norway. They said that they are interested in an interview with me and my friend, and I want to join the cast so much, but the production will be at the same time as my graduation, and I feel like I have to focus more on the exams. What do you think? I unfortunately think you should probably focus on your exams and your graduation. There will probably, hopefully, fingers crossed, be another season of LEGO Masters Norway, and at that you would obviously be graduated, so you would have more free time to do something like this. It just seems like, unfortunately, this ain't the year for you, man. Maybe next year, obviously, if they do it again, but I don't see it working out for you here, given that you have school and whatnot that's just really going to interfere hard with it. It really sucks, I know, but I think the logical option is to finish out your school, and then you'll have the free time to do something like this, given the opportunity. I don't think it would be a bad choice to go through the interview process as much as possible. I don't know how good you are, if you would have made it anyway, but it's probably not a bad thing to go in and do the practice rounds and know what they're looking for this time, even though you have no real intention of really going on the show, and then next time you can actually know what you need to do, what you need to improve on maybe, and go in and actually get on the show. Shockwave says, besides collecting LEGO Star Wars, I also build and collect plastic car models made by Revel. These models are available for between 5 and 10 years. Would it be better for LEGO to do this than only having sets released for 1 year? So you say 1 year, but it's kind of like 1 to 2, sometimes more, depending on if it's a bigger set. But I don't think it's really possible for LEGO like it might be for what you're particularly collecting, because LEGO has to make so many different parts and package them together in so many different ways. As you can tell, they already have issues fulfilling the orders for the existing sets that they have. Like, they have such a diverse and large product lineup that I just don't think it's reasonable to expect most things to be available for much outside of 2 years, because of how many new things come out, and then they have to make those and store those in warehouses, and there's only so much shelf space in stores that they're willing to allocate to LEGO products. So unfortunately, I just don't see it as something realistic to expect, although it is a really cool pipe dream. Joe Buckeye Brown Payne says, I was at Legoland on Super Bowl Sunday, and they were already selling the new Monkey Kid sets. I didn't buy them, wanted the points. Why are they able to sell sets 3 weeks early? I know they aren't the exact same company, but shouldn't they follow the same rules? So I wish you would have DM'd me on Instagram about this real bad, because I do check my Instagram DMs and stuff, or email me is probably even better. But like, dude, I would have gone on Monday if I had known that they had them on Sunday. Just Too Good and Pro Lego Channel and I were all going to go to Legoland, I think on Wednesday, to go get these sets early when we found out about them, or on Thursday actually, because they were closed on Wednesday, because Legoland Florida closes on Wednesdays because it's not busy enough or slow season or whatever. But yeah, we were going to go on Thursday, and then apparently Thursday morning Lego called and asked them to take the sets off the shelves. Unfortunately, Justin was the guinea pig and he went and found out, and so I didn't have to waste 4 hours or 5 hours of my day driving there and back and finding out that there was nothing there that I thought was there. But like I said, if I'd gone earlier, I would have been able to get them. It would have been dope.
Yes, I just talked to them and they said that Lego asked them to pull the sets this morning.
Oh my god. Oh no.
I'm happy. I got Ninjago. They have the new. They didn't pull that stuff. But I'm happy.
But
yeah,
blows.
I'm sorry, dude.
But my personal story with this specific thing aside, to your point, why are they able to sell sets 3 weeks early? Because retailers can do this. Not everything is specifically beholden to a very strict date of embargo. Some things, and I think most things, literally don't matter if they come out today or tomorrow. Some of this stuff is just really, really dumb in a way where it's like just Lego making a date on something to have a date on it. Like, Lego owns Monkey Kid. They can start selling it whenever they want. They're not beholden to a Force Friday-like date, like with maybe Lego Star Wars sets when a new movie is coming out. It's just not the same at all. And so, yeah, they are a different company. You point that out correctly, and so that is kind of why they sell them early. Legoland, owned by Merlin, just like they kind of, when they get something, they can sell it type of thing. So, like, I don't really have a specific example, but yes, them being a different company really does have a lot to do with it, because they don't really care as much about Lego's rules as Lego proper. Takashi says, what is your opinion on LEGO keeping the same Star Wars box art design for the foreseeable future? I think they've actually done a really good thing, but then they stopped making it as good, unfortunately. Like with the new Imperial Shuttle, there's no side, but like they were really close to being really, really good with their box art, and now it's just kind of a jumbled mess again because they can't decide what they want out of it. So yeah, I'm kind of working on a video on this topic. I think it was a good idea in concept, but in practice, they've really kind of fumbled it. Versus if you look at Black Series, who has kind of a unified vision for their box art and actually executes it well, LEGO Star Wars doesn't quite do the same. So in a nutshell, I like the idea, I like the concept of doing that, just not the execution. Scott Ross says, why is the Razor Crest $170 on Amazon? So usually when something on Amazon is overpriced, it's because it's being sold by a third-party seller, and you can tell this by going on Amazon and looking at who it's being sold by. And in this particular case, a very rare case indeed, maybe the only time I have ever seen it in all my years of collecting LEGO Star Wars, Amazon is selling something. Amazon themselves is selling something for above retail price by a significant amount, $40 at that. And you can go on a website called camelcamelcamel.com and see the price history of something on Amazon, and you can see that sometime in, I believe, January, the price for this jumped from the $130 retail price straight up to $170, and it hasn't really gone back down ever since. Why this is happening, I have no idea. I can only speculate that maybe Amazon saw that this set was selling so well and it was selling out every time they put it up that they said, hey, we can mark this up another $40 and it will still sell like hotcakes. If anyone in the comments below has any insight into this, I would love it, but unfortunately, I just think this is one of those weird things that we'll never find out an answer to. And if you're trying to buy one of these, I would really stay away from Amazon.com right now because it's so overpriced. And I was just talking really, really fast. Our final question though comes from Zachary, who was very fortunate over the past weekend, or weekend before, I guess. He won $400 on Super Bowl squares. If you don't know, it's basically like predict the score or the ending number of the score for the Super Bowl or any given football game. And you can win money. Let's just keep it that simple. And he wants to know what LEGO Star Wars set I think he should get. I think with $400 in the bank right now, you should wait for the UCS gunship. You might be into that. Wait and see what the UCS gunship looks like at $350, and then maybe make a decision between the gunship and the Mos Eisley Cantina, because I think the Cantina is a really, really excellent set. Obviously, it has way more minifigs than the gunship will have, and that may be a draw for you, but the gunship may just be a really, really dope-looking UCS set, which is hopefully what it ends up being, because that's what it's supposed to be. That's what I would suggest you do. I would suggest you wait like 6 months if you can hold on to that $400. If not, you wouldn't be disappointed with the Cantina, but you may have some buyer's remorse in the future when you see that gunship, if it turns out to be as good looking as I would hope it would be. Of course, the figures won't be the draw with that one, but yeah, it just depends on what you're looking for, I guess. But that's gonna do it for Ask M&R episode 162. If you guys enjoyed, a like would be greatly appreciated. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. You can check out my M&R Collects channel. And if you guys have a question you want to answer in next week's episode, leave it down in the comments section below. Peace out.